Good morning, children. Welcome to your science class. Children, today we will see chapter 2. So, dear children, open your book and open page number 32. Microorganisms, friend and foe. Means which are beneficial and which are not beneficial. Okay. So, children, in the class already we discussed microorganisms. What is microorganism? Bacteria, fungi. Okay. Now we'll see algae. So, algae is the plural term and the singular term is alga. Algae are the most aquatic organisms and can be found in wet and moist places. The bright green or dark green masses spreading over the water surface in ponds and tanks are actually algae. Okay, so algae are green in color. Okay, means they have chlorophyll pigment. So they perform photosynthesis, means they are autotrophic. Algae may be unicellular and multicellular. Algae like Chlamydomonas and Diatom are unicellular, while Spirogyra and blue-green algae are multicellular. Blue-green algae help to nitrogen fixation. Already you know in first chapter. Then comes to Protozoa. Protozoa also it is plural term. Singular term is protozoan. Protozoa are the most primitive and animal-like microorganisms. They are generally found in moist places. Okay, all are found in moist places, not dry places, because they cannot survive in dry places, such as soil, and also aquatic habitats such as freshwater, lakes, stagnant ponds, pools, etc. They are mostly unicellular and are different of shapes. For example, amoeba. Amoeba belongs to a protozoa. Okay. It is irregularly shaped, means they have not permanent shape. Euglena spindle shaped and Paramecium slipper shaped. Here in the left side Paramecium figure is given. It looks like a slipper. Some other protozoa are parasitic and cause disease like malaria. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium and dysentery caused by Entamoeba in humans. Then comes to virus. Virus, this word is very familiar to us. We know the term virus. They are smallest microorganisms that cannot be seen even with the most powerful microscope. Can you see a virus? No. Without electron microscope, we cannot see. They grow and multiply only inside living cells of plants and animals, or even bacteria, but remain inactive outside the host cell. So they are active inside the host cell. They become active and start reproducing as soon as they enter the living cells of the host. That's why they are said to be lie on the borderline dividing the living beings from the non-living things. They are of different shapes. Viruses are harmful to human beings, also to animals and plants. They cause many diseases in them. For example, common cold, flu, measles, polio, chickenpox and AIDS. The full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, as some disease caused by viruses in humans. Then where do microorganisms live? Do you know? Microorganisms can survive under all types of environment. Regarding from ice cold climate to hot springs, means very extreme cold region to very extreme hot region they can survive. Okay, they are everywhere. They are also found inside the bodies of animals, including humans. Do you know microorganisms called extremophiles? Extremophiles means, children, what? Very extreme temperature in acidic medium, alkaline medium, chemical concentration, any type of medium they can survive. These can survive even in vacuum also. Thus, it is impossible to imagine any place on the earth without microorganisms. Some microorganisms grow on other organisms while others exist freely. Some microorganisms like amoeba can live alone while fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Now we'll read some beneficial microorganisms, means which are friend with us. Microorganisms are beneficial to us in many ways. They are useful in many food making processes like making of curd and bread, wine making, brewing. Brewing means what? Producing beer. Okay. Pickling, etc. Microorganisms play a vital role in the cleaning of environment as they participate in recycling other organisms, dead remains and waste products through decomposition. They are also helpful in increasing soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. They have also medicinal uses. In the field of the study, microbes are also essential tools in biotechnology, biochemistry, genetics and molecular biology. Now, making of curd and bread. We all love to eat curd. But have you ever thought of how it is made? The answer is microorganisms. Because of microorganisms, this curd, this bread are prepared. The bacterium called lactobacillus reproduces in milk and converts the sugar lactose found in milk to lactic acid, thus forming the curd. Processing of many other food like cheese, pickles, wine, etc. make the use of microorganisms. Yeast, a form of fungus, plays an important role in the preparation of many common food like bread, cake, pastries, idli and dhokla. Yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. Bubbles of the gas fill the dough and increase its volume. It makes the dough more spongy and floppy. Then commercial uses of microorganisms. Microorganisms are used in the large scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid, means vinegar. Yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. For this purpose, yeast is grown on natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juice. On getting appropriate warmth, the sugar converts into alcohol or acid. This process is known as, children, fermentation. In other words, the process of decomposition of sugar molecules by the action of microbes is called fermentation. A French microbiologist, Louis Pasteur, was the first to discover the fermentation. You remember? And which year? In 1857. Then medicinal uses of microorganisms. By using microorganisms, we prepare medicines. Whenever one falls ill, the doctor prescribes him or her some antibiotic tablets, capsules or injections, such as of penicillin. These medicines kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms. Such medicines are called antibiotics. You know very well, when you are ill, use antibiotics for speedy recovery. The source of these medicine is microorganisms. These days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some common antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. Antibiotics are effective against bacterial infection, but these are not effective in case of viral disease such as common cold, flu, etc. The first non-toxic antibiotic was discovered by Scottish scientists. Means they belongs to Scotland. Scottish scientist Alexander Fleming in 1928 from the mold Penicillium notatum. Antibiotics are even used in animal husbandry and crop production. They are mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check microbial infection in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. Antibiotics should be taken in prescribed dose and prescribed duration only. Their overdose may be proved harmful and their underdose would not produce the required results. Then vaccine. When a disease carrying microbe enters our body's defense system produces antibodies to fight the invader. The body also remembers how to fight the microbe if it enters again. So, if dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. Thus, vaccines are dead or weakened microbes introduced in the body to produce antibodies. The first vaccine, smallpox vaccine, was developed by English scientist Edward Jenner in 1798. You remember? So, first vaccine was developed by Edward Jenner in 1798, for which he is known as the father of immunology and also known as immunology. Who? The English scientist Edward Jenner. Diseases like polio, cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis can be prevented through vaccines. And one familiar example is that recently you use vaccine for coronavirus. Okay. Next one is increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria like rhizobium and blue-green algae are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase the soil fertility. These microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. So, who are known as biological nitrogen fixers? Blue-green algae and rhizobium. Then commensals. Some microorganisms live inside our body. They help in certain functions of our body systems. For example, some bacteria in our gastrointestinal tract help in digestion. These type of organisms which reside in our body and are beneficial to us are known as commensals. Then cleaning the environment. Some microorganisms recycle dead organic matter such as decaying plants, dead animals, etc. and convert them into simpler substance useful for soil. You have already learnt about the preparation of compost. Okay, in the first chapter. Some bacteria like aerobic bacteria play an important role in sewage treatment and help to decompose waste organic matter. Thus, microorganisms help us in cleaning of environment. Okay, so these are about what? Beneficial microorganisms. Next class we will see the harmful microorganisms. Okay. So children, whatever I told you, you just read and learn the key terms, whatever I told you. Okay. Next class we continue. Thank you.